Call the meeting of the Board of Appeals to order for February 14th. If you'd stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, just a few housekeeping items for tonight. We do have some excused absences. Nathaniel, Denny, Paul, and Alan are excused for this evening. Oh, is this? This is amplifying. Okay. Next on the agenda would be the acceptance of minutes. We can either accept these tonight, or if, maybe we'll accept them tonight, and then we'll leave it open that if anybody wants to revisit anything next month that wasn't here as it relates to these minutes, we can revisit that if the members that were present at the last meeting didn't get a chance to review them. But I think we could accept them as the way they are tonight. So I hear a motion on the minutes.
I'm not comfortable making a motion since I was not at the last meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
All right.
I'll second your motion, but I'm not going to vote on them.
Okay.
Well,
I wasn't here either.
well then,
You can second a motion, I don't have to vote on
okay, well, maybe if you want, who were you not, who wasn't here?
I wasn't.
And so
I was.
you and I were here.
Yes.
So that's two. We probably would need more votes to carry. So perhaps maybe
it.
I'd
The
ask,
majority?
well, that would be two. Are you voting on the minutes?
I can
Or
go
not?
on. I wasn't here.
Well, why don't we table it then to the next meeting? Why don't we do that? So everybody
Excellent.
has a chance. Would
Let's do
you,
that,
would you
yeah.
rescind your motion?
I'll rescind that motion.
Thanks, okay. I'll hear a motion to table the minutes to the next meeting. How's that sound? Is that okay?
I will make a
Moved.
motion to table those minutes from the last meeting until the next meeting.
Okay, for approval. Is there a second for that?
I'll second that.
Wonderful. Okay, motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, tabled. Thank you. Committee reports.
So I do have an update on the Osgood committee. So the committee decided to present options to the Board of Selectmen for review. And right now, they're in the midst of being reviewed by Town Council, Suzanne, our other Town Council, Suzanne.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
once those are, the legality of the options and that are finalized, we're going to try to schedule a meeting in February, I think it was going around. So
is it something that's going to come here to the different land use boards, or is it just something that's
just something
going
that's
to the
going to go to
selectmen?
the selectmen.
Okay,
But I can also present, at my committee report, we can present it as well, depending on which one of us goes.
all right. That sounds great.
Because we will have access to it then.
For March?
Yes,
Okay, great.
trying to get it on the warrant, so, for town meeting.
All right, so we look forward to that next month. Next on the agenda is the continued hearing of Mr. Brecker, care of Don Bornstein, for 271 Stevens Street. So I know you've signed a time waiver. You're requesting a continuance for matters that are beyond your control. I know at the last meeting, you also said you thought March, and we suggested February to leave it open for you in case there'd be an open, but, it sounds like you were correct, and, we couldn't help this month, so, in terms of...
We hoped that the hearing by the probate court last Thursday would have clarified the situation, but it got snowed out. And so that's been rescheduled for the 24th. There's a land court hearing on the 27th. So between those two, with any luck, by the end of February, matters will resolve themselves so we can move forward. But we'll let you know.
Just a quick question, so after the probate court, is there a time period that you have to wait in order for, or is it immediate decision?
The probate court has appointed a conservator for Mr. Bell. So the conservator has the authority to sign any document, including authority to permit this board to move ahead. But the conservator, in an abundance of caution, would like the judge to tell him to do that, I think. Or he doesn't want to, he's caught between two wings of the family. So he wants the court to back him up. And so until the court does, I don't think the conservator is going to proceed.
You said you're going to land court as well.
We have a lawsuit going in the land court to try to establish the validity of the purchase and sale agreement, because there was a dispute in the family as to the power of attorney and all that stuff. So just to protect ourselves, to get a lis pendens. So the two actions are not really tied together. The land court will go away as soon as our land court action will go away as soon as the conservator does what we hope he'll do.
My concern is if you're going to land court on the 27th of February,
That won't affect this. Assuming the conservator signs the documents to go forward. If he does that, we'll dismiss the land court suit.
Okay.
I don't need to be writing all these checks to lawyers.
I think, the way I've said in previous meetings, I'll say it again. I view this anyway, as one person, is you're the applicant, you sign a time waiver, so the board's not prejudiced by the continuance, and, in that regard, I'm comfortable, voting in favor and moving it along, because we're not harmed by it.
I appreciate the continued indulgence of the board. I mean, we just want to get our presentation in front of you and. Yep. Yep. Right. Right.
So I'm happy to recommend that the board would approve it.
I'll make a motion, so moved, to continue to March 14th.
I'll second the motion.
Motion is second. Any further discussion?
Actually, I just meant based on the letter that I was presented on February 13th.
Yes.
With Johnson and Bornstein.
So there's a letter from Johnson and Bornstein, Mr. Brecker's statements, a signed time waiver, as it relates to it, which is in the file. So there's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we declare that continued.
We'll see you next month
Okay,
with a substantive presentation.
Sure,
Thanks for your patience.
sure. Do we have a little echo, or, can we turn this, like, our amplification down a little bit? I don't think we need to be.
It's these mics right here. They had that problem.
Do you want to shut them off? So next on the agenda is pond pasture. So you guys are back on. I had a discussion with Merrill just to tell the board, we needed you to come back in because I guess one of the plans that we approved didn't, or that you need to record, didn't match a plan that was approved at the planning board. And I think the best way to cure this for you guys is if the board reviews it and we declare it's an insubstantial change, we could approve the plan. If it's something substantial, then that would be different. But there's 4 of us here tonight, which, can do this for you.
Yep. Can I bring them up and we'll...
Yeah, please.
Put it at the table because...
Please.
It's difficult to make a copy of a Mylar
Right.
as Merrill and I discussed.
We just need to make sure that what we approved and what the changes are the same. It's just not as significant.
Just FYI, I appreciate the Valentine Day.
I was going to say, shoes and all.
Yes.
Yes, it's nice.
I notice and appreciate it.
You showed the socks, too.
And hopefully you're going to get home quick to your wife.
That's right. Well, we went to Joe Fish before we got
There
here,
you
so
go.
it's nice.
Okay, good.
I noticed. Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is the original. This is the one that you folks had originally looked at. So it shows the preschool property going up to the stone wall. When we had met with Gene and then Conservation, the question was, and I certainly wasn't aware of this, but the town owns that 40-foot section that came down here. So you'll see on,
And the town didn't even realize it.
right, there was question as to,
They wanted to access the Half Mile Hill.
so they asked
found out-
Edgewood,
So who they been taxing?
Nobody.
so what they did was they asked us to identify it on the Mylar so that it was clear. So
Sure.
here's that line here, so,
All right.
so before it went over to this wall, and then we brought it back,
Just this piece right here.
that 40-foot section. So this is where the gate is
Yep.
to get to Half Mile Hill,
Okay.
and so that's what we
This is technically
identified.
abutting property to the project.
So now, my question is, did you have to notify the town, or did you notify them already? So does that affect your application?
No,
they-
we did it all
they were-
through.
They were,
Okay.
they were, they were, they were in a butter to this point.
Okay,
It's
all
just,
right.
just a little spur here.
Right, that little spur that
Oh,
went
okay.
down, that they asked us to identify, because it, you know, it became, nobody was sure whether or not you folks had that property down to there. So we went and identified that for you.
Despite the fact the town bought Half Mile Hill
Right.
some time ago. They
Right. They
Didn't know
should-
where it was. Like, how did we get in there? In other words, they're asking us. Says,
Jennifer-
We're gonna ask you.
Yeah, I mean, Jennifer knew, I mean, you folks knew that you owned something there, it just wasn't clear as to what that definition was, so we identified that.
So
in the
nothing else
survey.
has changed, building, parking,
Nope,
nothing,
that's it, just that.
setbacks, wetlands, nothing, just that?
Just
Okay.
that little spur right there to clearly identify that that's town property.
Okay.
Preschool property, town property.
So you have to gate it so no one has access to it?
No, you have a
It's
gate
gated.
there now, that you folks, they open the gate up when they hay the field,
So who's
Okay.
got the key?
DPW.
DPW's got the key, okay.
Either DPW or Conservation.
Just,
We don't have it.
yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think, you know, any questions? I mean, to me, this looks like the board could move that it's a minor modification that's being requested, that there's no substantial change to the plan, and we could just approve it unless anybody feels otherwise.
No. No, I have no problem with that. I'll make a motion to grant, to deem this as a minor modification to the plan. I don't know if I need to reference it, I can't see that.
Yeah, so I guess we'd have to reference this new
Oh, I
plan.
already put my glasses away.
It's really a replacement plan, right?
Correct.
So you're replacing the existing plan that was approved with
Correct.
C1 101, and in the change as it relates to the 40-foot easement owned by the town is an insubstantial change, and we could move to approve this minor modification.
Not actually an easement, Al, it's
What
town
is-
property.
It's town property.
Yep, that 40 feet.
It's
And
town-
this is the
town
same
property.
plan that planning board has as well. You both have the same,
Right.
same plan, same date.
Right.
I'm just going to reference SMRT Architects, dated 2/8/17.
Okay. Sounds like a motion second. Okay, any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, I declare, let's call a vote.
Okay.
Yeah, in favor?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I'm also in favor, so we'll declare that approved.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
We have to sign this.
We'll have to sign this for you if you just want to
Yep, we'll
hang
wait.
for a minute.
Just to be clear, it doesn't have a bearing that some of us may not have voted on this project previously.
Well, I think all we're doing is
We're
approve.
just looking at this
Yeah.
in isolation.
We already have a decision, so
Right.
we're just amending that to include this plan, because this is the replacement plan.
Just double checking.
I don't think that's an issue,
Good.
as far as where we are. All right. On the agenda, it says board elections, but that's,
You did that last month, but you wanted to make sure it was okay with Ellen that you named her vice chairman.
oh.
As
did
long
you-
as I'm not chair, that's
Did you
just
accept your,
awesome.
did you accept your vice?
Yes.
Did you? Okay.
I did.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I was worried that, being sick with the cold, that I was going to be chair. So I,
It was very close, actually. It was- you know, you were right there.
no, you're awesome.
All right, so you accept, okay, so anybody else not accept their spots? Okay, and then we can move to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Stand adjourned.